It happens all the time. You want to have a conversation with your spouse or your significant other, your partner, and you know what you want to say. You go through and you rehearse it. And when it comes time to sit down with them and talk about it, you just get quiet. It happens a lot. And as you get older, it probably has happened that you've just gotten more and more quiet. What happens is that when you think about talking to them and you anticipate that maybe there's going to be a little bit of confrontation, you just feel like, I don't want to go through with it. And you start to store that in your body, and it makes you feel stuck, so that it prevents you from having these important conversations that you need to have. I see this all the time with the women that I work with. And as they get older, it happens more and more often. So the thing to do is just to release it. And it's not a difficult process, but you do have to go through and do it. And I'll be leading you through a process like that in a couple of minutes. But let me ask you, when is the last time that something like this happened to you, where you plan to have a conversation with your spouse, your significant other, your partner, and you told them we have to talk, you were all ready to sit down with them, and then you just chickened out? So go back to that moment and just think about how that made you feel, or how it makes you feel now thinking about that. And pinpoint where it is in your body that you're feeling that. I usually feel it in my heart area. You might not be able to feel it. Just guess. Guessing is a good thing to do. It often tells you exactly where you're storing it. So think about how you feel thinking about that conversation. And just tap on wherever it may be. Your heart area may be a good place to start. And just feel it loosening up. Tapping on the area will just help that energy to start moving, this energy that you've blocked up from having been so quiet all these years. And just feel it loosening up. You can even see it just floating away. Maybe putting it into a balloon and then just seeing the balloon float away. Or maybe seeing it like clouds in the sky, just floating away. And then ask yourself, am I willing to let this go? I've been holding on to this for all this time. And maybe it's even built up over the years if you haven't been able to, if you've gotten more and more quiet, and you haven't been able to speak your mind. And just ask, am I willing to let this go? Am I willing to let this soften? And if you're not willing to let it go, that's okay. Just looking at the possibility of letting it go will help to start to open up. And the more often you do this, the more you'll find that there's going to be a larger opening, and you're going to be able to find your voice again. Maybe it's been years. And if you'd like to take this process even deeper, I've created a short guided audio called Calm in the Moment. And it will help you to get to this quiet state where you can let go of a situation like this with your partner or with anyone else or with any other situation. You can find the link for that below the video here. And if you find that at night you keep reliving these conversations, and they're keeping you up at night while everybody else is sleeping, you're replaying what you should have said or what you did say, I've created another video that you can take a look at right here, Tired but Still Wired. And that will help you see what's exactly going on in that situation, and it will help you to get a good night's sleep. So remember, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you have become more and more quiet over the years, And with this process, you can help to soften, to release that blockage that you've had so that you can find your true voice and really speak for yourself.